Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another edition of Diva News. And this one has got some exclusives. I'm really excited. We just found out a lot of this stuff. I want to give credit to my wonderful partner in crime here, Guilherme, who is living in Brazil. He's in closer to Sao Paulo, actually, but he was able to uncover some interesting information about the upcoming show in Copacabana Beach that Madonna will be having on May 4th. And I also want to source that this is from Metropolis Magazine, kind of a cool title considering the Express Yourself video, but it's a really well-known publication in Brazil. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about some of these details. Now, some of this stuff, who knows, maybe it'll change at the last minute as far as one of the things I'm going to share, but we are going to talk about all of it and see what we can learn. So let's get into it and start with one of the big news items from the article is that as far as the seating arrangements, there is going to be a VIP section at the event. Initially, they said there wasn't going to be any separation between the public and on the beach area. But indeed, some documents have been revealed that there will be a VIP section for about 7,500. So a pretty large VIP area is going to be there. Um, the sponsor has basically it's going to be invited guests that include influencers, artists, politicians, but also winners of a contest from the sponsors. So people down in Brazil may have already been able to participate in this contest. I don't know if this contest has already happened or it's going to happen. As far as how it's going to be presented, we're going to try and look for more details on this as we can to see what is this particular contest details and how do you enter. But with 7,500, that does give a lot of opportunity for more than just dignified guests who would be in that area to possibly be able to, kind of similar to the pit area that we have on the Celebration Tour. Um, so that's something that's very interesting in terms of the arrangements on the beach, as well as the staging was revealed in this article. And the staging is, now I don't know meters, I get a little confused here, but 56 meters by 56 on the stage, and there will be a catwalk 97 meters. So is this going to be a more truncated version of the Celebration Tour stages? We know that the setup in the Celebration Tour indoors in the arenas allows for the side ramps and many other elements that we kind of already know wouldn't probably work in an open air uh, area like this. So this makes much more sense. And, that was kind of what we were thinking was going to happen anyway. So not too surprising, but there will be a catwalk, and that probably will be where, this VIP area is going to be. Um, Also, in regards to the security is detailed in the documents is pretty extensive, which you could imagine for something like this. You're going to have motorcycles, bikes, dogs. The police officers are going to be out in full force all through the neighborhoods. They already have 80% bookings, already booked 80% of all the hotels. That's probably going to be 100% by now because we're about a couple weeks away from it. But it kind of reminds me of when I went to Vancouver to see the fireworks competition there. And in that case, it was very similar setup, even though not a concert, but it was open on the beach, and anyone wanted to be there early to get a spot, to stake their spot. And the entire streets were monitored and checked for, because people were literally all over the streets and all over everywhere, not just on the beach area. So it's going to be a very similar setup to that to make sure everyone is safe. And that's not a big surprise. I would expect that. Um, but let me get into in the next slide, I'm going to get into some more interesting details, including Project Veronica. So continuing on with some of the stuff that we learned from the article in Metropolis Magazine in Brazil. Um, Basically, and I remember this because when I first heard about this, it was in Google News from the tourism board in Brazil. They kind of leaked it ahead of time, and that was apparently not sitting well with Madonna. She didn't like that they put that out there before she was ready with her video. We remember when the main sponsor, which I'm probably going to botch the title, Italu Bank, which she did the commercials for, and she worked through that with them to announce that she was coming to Brazil. But that was sometime after we had already heard about it. So she wasn't happy about that. And so they created a special secret operation to continue to work on funding for the event because the bank had given about 3 million towards sponsoring this event as the main sponsor. And some other companies are also working on sponsorship of this event, including Uber. And Madonna wanted to keep this kind of under wraps and stop having all this attention and leaks coming out. So she called it Project Veronica. And as we all know, that's what part of her name. Actually, we would, some of us mega fans would have recognized that, but that was a smart move also on her part because, that there's so much, negotiations and things that need to be taken care of with something of this level, any kind of free show. And Guilherme, who helped us with getting this information down there in Brazil, has been to some shows like this. He went to a Joe Satriani free concert in Sao Paulo. They have a park downtown where they did that, and that probably took a lot of logistical work to make that happen. I mean, someone on that level. So, and it's free. So there's so much to consider, how it's going to be funded, the security, all that stuff. So I applaud her for finding a way to just keep it under wraps so that it can be successfully executed and, not have any last minute headaches. But I love the title, it's taking us back to Veronica Electronica a little bit there. Um, but that's what they were doing behind the scenes. And one of the things that also was revealed in the article in regards to Anitta, one of Brazil's biggest artists right now, which is interesting. And I think hopefully last minute, maybe she'll have a change of heart. But they said that she's canceled appearing with Madonna on this show, that she's going to be in the United States at that time. I guess May 6th is the Met Gala, and she wants to go to that. And I'm thinking, if it was me, the Met Gala is cool and everything fashion wise, but if it was me, I would want to be at this show. I would want to perform. It's kind of like on that level of, it's going to be coverage everywhere, and to get that international coverage, to have the opportunity to be talked about on that level, especially from your home country. It just seems like a missed opportunity. If Anitta was performing somewhere else in the United States or whatever, I'd say, well, that's kind of a contract thing. You kind of have to do that. But if it's just a, fashion event, I would say, you know, reconsider and make your way down there and be. So that, who knows, that might change. That's what they're reporting, but things could always change at the last minute. So we'll hold out hope for that to not necessarily happen after all. But those are some of the details, the big news, all those little, inside details that we are getting from the show. And as we know more, I'm going to be checking in with Guilherme, and we're going to find out what we can as we get closer and closer. And as we know stuff, we will break it here. So if you want to know what's going to happen on May 4th and leading up to that, especially if we can find out any contest information, subscribe to our channel, come back, check our videos. We're going to be finding that out as soon as we can for you. So thanks for sticking with us and being here so we can all find out about this iconic and epic event that's about to transpire. Of course, the other big news before we got this breaking news was that the United States tour, not the happiest news, of course, we hate to see it end, but it finished on April 15th in Austin, Texas. That was the last date for the United States leg of the tour, North American. And well, we had so much fun, Madonna, having her all over from, the beginning in New York back last year through all the, Midwest, East Coast, and then she came over to Seattle, and I was at those shows, which was incredible. The West Coast, Vegas, and uh, all the shows in Texas and Florida, and just she's been all over the place and giving that energy, giving that love, and it's an amazing ride. And I'm sure there's still fans out there who have yet to review their experience to fully take it in. But as Europe showed us, once they had they were first and they did their reviews and everything, helped us through when it was premiering, and so we could see what was going on until it came to our side. And just it's been a pure adventure, and I've enjoyed so much. Seeing the posts on my social media, all my friends going when they were able to go, like it's my turn, and everybody's, cheering everyone on. It was a true combined like moment for all of us, like as fans, that even if you didn't see the shows together in the same venue, we were all seeing the same show and we could all have the same experience. And it's exciting now for Mexico City, who are up next, to have their turn, and of course Brazil at the end, and everything in between. I still hope there could be a way for somehow Australia and other places to get their shot, but we have to wait and see. You never know with Madonna, but certainly the United States has been very blessed with this great experience. So if you saw the shows here in the United States, comment below, tell us where you saw it and how many times did you see it. Give us your numbers. Madonna also had some other events that she attended while she was in Miami for the Miami shows, including her son's art show in Miami. And this is a very beautiful picture of her with her son. Very proud mom here. And she said she was so happy to have the day off to attend. And he's really getting a lot of notice for his work, which is awesome, because let's not forget about him while we are also celebrating those of her children who are on stage with her, from David to Mercy to Esther and Stella. And of course, Lourdes is usually in the news up to this point with a lot of her modeling and music. But it's good to see Rocco getting that attention and acclaim. And speaking of Miami, we know that she was having some hard times in Miami at one of the shows with the air conditioning. I remember seeing that piece of video in one of my groups on Facebook, and I didn't know the context. I don't think any of us did at first, and I was really like, what happened? But I think this was kind of like they should have known. This is kind of one of her things, and every artist and performer has certain things in their list of, what they need, what is optimum for, I don't know, they call that like a rider, maybe, I think. But it's kind of common knowledge, and I think that in this case, the air conditioning wasn't necessarily that she didn't want any, but just that it was too high. And it's really important. I mean, I imagine that it does have an adverse effect on her voice and maybe other elements too. So I think that she was definitely in the right to be upset, and if they were not handling it. So I'm glad that she, stood up for that, explained that her health is the most important thing, and it really is about that. I can relate a little bit because I have anemia and I get cold all the time. So I was like, yeah, I don't like it when it's too cold in a room. So I'm glad that she let them know that. But yeah, so that was what was going on in Miami. But yeah, so if you attended the Miami shows or the final shows, tell us what some of the things that stood out to those in those shows for you. Madonna is also on the cover of a magazine coming up called Re-Edition. I understand it's going to be coming out very soon here, I think around the 25th. of this month. I've never heard of this magazine, and I'm not sure if it's like a going to be widely available, like if we could find it everywhere, or if it's kind of one of those that's import or harder to find. If anyone knows any more details about this particular magazine, let us know in the comments. But she's got the cover, and that means there's an exclusive interview, which will be really fascinating because, as much coverage as we had of the Celebration Tour and everything that she's done up to that point, there hasn't really been a lot of interviews about the the process of putting this tour together and everything. Maybe it will be something along those lines, or maybe she'll talk about her collaboration with The Weeknd and upcoming music. Whatever it's going to be very exciting just to hear from her and get her perspective on things as well as the photos. She's looking amazing on the cover. So keep an eye out for this. If we find out specifically the areas that we can get this magazine, we're going to let you know where you can find them. But in the meantime, that is definitely on the way. We are having a contest right now at Madonna Everybody Fan Club on Facebook. If you go to Madonna Everybody Fan Club group and join, go to the announcements, and we have this iconic image on a t-shirt. It's double-sided, so it's on the front and back, size medium, and you can answer the question. And we still running the contest for another week, so you have a chance to win this and to become a part of our Madonna community and family over there. We have a lot of fun in the group. There's like almost 4,500 people in there, so there's a lot of people you can get to know from every neck of the woods to talk to about the shows that you went to, anything upcoming, and of course we have Fan of the Month profiles and many other features. There's a Celebration Tour group called Madonna the Celebration Tour EFC Hub that you can join as well on Facebook. Um, we have an Instagram, but we haven't exactly done much over there, but I think it's under Madonna Everybody Fan Club if you want to follow. And of course, please subscribe here. That supports us and helps us to continue to make videos and put together these little segments, which are so much fun. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting and joining our community and any of those venues. It means so much to me. We've been doing this since 1991, so it's been an amazing journey, almost as long as her journey. And I know for me as a fan, it's coming up on 40 years for me since the Lucky Star video when I first became a fan at 11 years old. So I'm excited to do a little video about that because I have an amazing story to share about how that all happened, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. And anyway, I want to thank you again for watching this video. If you are in Brazil and you have some exclusive news you want to share, tell us in the comments. Anything that you can tell us about this contest, the VIP, anything, we would really appreciate it. Brazilian fans are super pumped. We're ready for this. So thanks you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Are you looking for a great Madonna fan club to join? We have the place you need to be at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Not only this channel, but we also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page titled Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You should definitely come check us out and join. We have contests, Fan of the Month, features, articles, and a great community for you to get to know and share your Madonna love with other fans. We also would love for you to comment, like, and subscribe on this video and tell us what you think. What do you like to see more of in this channel? We're here for you, and Madonna fans rock. So have a great day. Thank you.